go. I've just missed the start because I needed a WAS. Great start from Camille. Moreno in second, lurking in the slipstream. Everyone away cleanly. Some dicing going on in the midfield there. No, I'm new to the championship, so welcome to round something or other of the Toyota 86 championship. I have watched this championship from my sofa for the past few weeks. I've noticed a little bit of needle between a few of the drivers here, and that can only add to the action in potentially what is a decisive race in the championship. As the championship stands, we'll have to take a look, because bear with me while I get up to speed with this, guys. Okay, this isn't good. I need this information available to me. Still Camille out front now. Moreno's had a bit of trouble in behind. He's out the slipstream. He's managed to get himself a 1 second plus gap here. Coming up to 2 seconds here for Camille. He's broken the slipstream of those behind him. That's out front. Camille was pulling away, a slight mistake there. Back out to 2 seconds. Looks like he's pulling away. Have a look at going down further in the field now. The second place, Moreno makes a move around the outside. Forces his way around the outside. He runs wide, and Timmy capitalises on that, takes the momentum, and in comes Tyrannosaurus Rex, taking advantage of that move as well. Moreno forces him back out wide. He's back into third place. Lovely driving there. It's a titanic struggle going on for second place here. Only in the early laps. But this is fraught. There's a lot of braking going on, some hard manoeuvres here. And up front, Camille continues to extend his advantage. With this Dyson in behind, he may well stay out there, because he's the battle for second now. And Timmy's holding off the challenger Moreno. He's got the slipstream. Tyrannosaurus Rex dives up in the inside. There's no way you can make it stick from there, is there? No, Moreno's got the high ground there. So still a huge battle for second place. It's Tyrannosaurus Rex in the slipstream and Moreno now. It's he who looks like challenging first place the most, but first place is now 4 seconds. Camille is really making hay now. He's capitalised on this battle in behind to establish a good advantage. And if he does drive flawlessly, it's hard to see it being pegged back from here, but as soon as I say that, Moreno has found momentum. He's just brought the lead back under 4 seconds, and it seems to be dropping all the time. He's taken a quarter of a second off him in this last sector. So first, I'm Camille, second Moreno, third Tyrannosaurus Rex, and fourth is Moz. We move through the field now. Tyrannosaurus Rex is holding third place well. They move up in the inside there for fourth, as Timmy pushes Moz out wide. Moz holds his line, neck and neck up there now. As he looks to capitalise on that, he's in the slipstream of the pair of them. We drift down the field to see what's going on. This absolute gaggle of drivers there from third to seventh place, vying to get into that championship position, to get into the top three and try and make some inroads into this leader, the runaway leader it has to be said at the moment, Camille. Not much room there going through that corner. I wish I knew the names of the corners on the tracks, and then the commentary would be far more interesting, but as it stands, I'm just a rookie, so please forgive me. I haven't even got a clue about this championship yet, but I'm hoping to get up to speed to it. Well, let's see what's going on now as we move back to the front. And Camille has clearly got an advantage still, but that advantage has been whittled down by Moreno, and it's he who is in charge now. Holding third place still is Tyrannosaurus Rex. Absolutely brilliant name there, superbly thought out. Fourth place is Timmy, fifth is Moz 78, it's Conrad in sixth now, and it's Ozzy back in seventh with the real Ozman in eighth. Can't see any further down the order there. If you're not in the top 8, it looks like you're not getting a mention at the moment. Do forgive me, this will change in reverse grids. Camille's still out front, but Moreno visibly closer now, and he is on the timing screen as well. The gap is down to 2.5 seconds. What's going to happen later in this race? Moreno's used up a fair bit of tyres there, battling on the first couple of laps, but it didn't last long, and he really now has found momentum to start reeling in Camille, who is the runaway leader at the moment. At first Camille, in second it's Moreno, in third it's Tyrannosaurus Rex, fourth is still Moz 78, and then it's Conrad racing in fifth. He's moved up now at the expense of Timmy DJ in sixth, and in seventh now it's Aussie Rooster. He's looking to tag onto the slipstream of those in front to get involved in that battle for what is potentially a top 3 position. We're moving back up the order now. We check back at the front. Camille's still out front, and the gap is coming down. Moreno is finding the momentum here. He's carrying more speed, and he's slowly inching his way back to the slipstream of Camille. And if he does, well, at the moment he looks like the fastest man on track. He has got the fastest lap, and he is reeling in the runaway leader Camille now. Good gap between the pair now, still 2 seconds. A good sector there for Camille. As soon as I say it, Moreno back within 1.8. In third still Tyrannosaurus Rex. He's got that position to himself for the moment, but there's a dice going in behind. It's Moz still trying to hold off Conrad, who's got the slipstream now on the straight. He's going to make a move up the inside. He's going to leave it till the last minute. Surely he's going to dive up the inside. No, he opts to hold his line. And Moz goes defensive, and he retains the position as Conrad looks to get the momentum out of this corner to really take it to him on the next run through. And all the while, they're in the slipstream of Tyrannosaurus Rex, and they are getting closer. It could develop into a 3-way battle for third place again, and it could be happening very soon. Down in sixth, we've still got Timmy now. He's being distanced a little bit now by Conrad, as Conrad looks to get onto those in front of him, and Timmy's falling back into the clutches of those behind. He's not, I was doing him a disservice there. He is holding off Aussie by a fair distance there, and Aussie's being hunted down by the real Ozman. Who is the real Ozman? We'll see at the end of this race. A little bit of needle going on in the past couple of weeks. A couple of drivers not happy about moves that have been made on them in the race, and there seems to be a bit of arguing going on, and I don't think there's any good feeling between a few of the drivers here, and they'll be looking to get one over on each other in this championship. Rubbing is racing, as they say. Back at the front now, Camille. Now the gap is a second, and the slipstream is there for Moreno, who's got the speed at the moment. He's got the slow down penalty, Camille, and this will be the nail in the coffin for Moreno to reel him in. Biding his time now. He's coming up now to first place. Penalty still waiting to be served here. It is only 3/10. He's managed to ease off the throttle to get that back, but still needs to serve it, and essentially Moreno is neck and neck now, because as soon as he loses that momentum at the front, Camille, Moreno's going to be breathing right down his neck, and he's going to be sucked into that slipstream. That's the battle at the front. Back down to third place. Tyrannosaurus Rex is not making any inroads into Moreno at the front. In fact, he is being hunted down by Moz78, who seems to have gathered himself now, and he is the man on the charge. He's looking for that third place position. Maybe not one of his favourite tracks, but he's on a run now, and it looks like Tyrannosaurus Rex is losing the battle to get to the top two, and he's falling into the clutches of Moz and also Conrad, eager to get into the action there. Runs a little bit wide, cost himself the momentum there. Breathing down his neck now is Moz, rubbing his waist in there, a little nudge to let him know he's there. Tyrannosaurus holds his line, all the while Conrad's taking the cleanest lines of the others, and he capitalises now. He's going round the outside. Oh! Coming down the straight now. Surely it was Tyrannosaurus that had the edge after Moz went to the inside, and that's brought Conrad into fourth place now. He's got the run down the straight. Can he make it stick? Can he get the run now? Tyrannosaurus goes defensive, but he's got cars up either side of him. It's Moz on the inside. Conrad's racing the better line. Tyrannosaurus Rex is defending. This is crazy battle for third place. And this looks like it's going to rage on. Back at the front now, and sorry to have missed the main pass of the race, but Moreno has made that move on Camille, and that move was coming. He's had the momentum, he's had the speed so far and the consistency in this race, but it doesn't look like Camille is going to give up easy now. He's in the slipstream. There's no way he's going to be shaken off easily, and now the penalties have been served. Apart from 0.1, I think now we've got a race on. It's coming to the final lap. Camille trying to stay in the slipstream of Moreno, runs wide, but he keeps the momentum. He ran onto the green stuff, but it really did work for him, and he's starting to gap Camille. He's just broke the slipstream ever so slightly, and Camille is going to need a blistering lap to get back in with a chance of making a move on Moreno. He ran a bit wide, Moreno, there, and that gives the momentum to Camille. Maybe now, with the last lap in sight, he can get close. He got the momentum on the straight. He's picking up a little bit of tail from the slipstream, but it's not giving him enough. Moreno goes into the final lap with 1 second advantage, and it's hard to see him being pegged back. He has raced absolutely fantastically here, hunting down the leader, who at one stage had a gap above 4 seconds to those behind him. And he runs wide, and Moreno is keeping it all online here. He's increased his advantage up to 1.3 seconds, and for now, if he stays on track, he looks good for the win. And this is significant in the championship, because he will make a move. And I'm not, look, I don't know the championship table, but I think he's one of the top drivers, and he's coming for the win now. The battle rages on for third place. Tyrannosaurus Rex has managed to stabilise and hold off those two behind him, and he seems to have the advantage now, midway through the final lap. But a better run through that series of S's there from Moz, and he's picked up the slipstream and momentum. He's got Tyrannosaurus Rex in his rear there. Oh, nice corner there, lovely corner, but the momentum is with Moz. He's gunning for that podium position there. Meanwhile, it's Moreno out front, and it all looks safe for the French leader. He's been the consistent guy in this race, and he's demonstrated the speed to peg back the runaway leader Camille. But it's nevertheless a great race from the second place man Camille. Looking back now, oh, Moz has made his move on Tyrannosaurus Rex. I'm sorry again to have missed such a crucial move. Absolutely brilliant. He's managed to snatch away that podium And yes, Tyrannosaurus Rex did fall back into the clutches of those guys, and he's paid the price. Has almost got edged out there for 4th place by Conrad, as Timmy comes back in 6th place, and the real Ozman and Aussie Rooster, having switched places there on one of the final laps, they've won. Real Ozman's won the battle of the Aussies there towards the back. And apologies guys, I can really only see 8 there on the left. Where else did people finish? We've got Waste 77, Reserve 87th in 10th. Bastian has come home in 11th with Frowny in 12th, and another one that I've not been able to see just there. Great race for Moreno is the bottom line there. He hunted down the runaway leader Camille, who'd taken advantage of the fact that Moreno got mired in that battle there with Tyrannosaurus Rex in the early laps. Unbelievable. And was there some kind of penalty? I can see that Timmy has moved himself up to 4th place. I don't know whether he got the run on him in the straight, and he managed to nick 4th place, and it must have been by thousandths of seconds there. That was so close there. A really good battle for 3rd. Eventually prevailed. Okay, that concludes the first race, guys. Great win for Moreno. Fantastic work. And great driving from everyone. Hopefully a little bit of needle between people there, because racing can't all be clean fun. confirming the race results for the first race. It's the Frenchman 007 Moreno, whatever you want to call him. Second place was Camille. Valiant effort to stay out front, but ultimately reeled in by the faster driver on the night. Moz with an excellent third place after an epic struggle with Tyrannosaurus Rex, who held that position for a long time, eventually succumbing to the slipstreams and the attacks from behind. Conrad Racing was right there. It could have gone his way, but he lost momentum on the inside and the other two maintained it on the outside. Timmy, a solid race in sixth. The real Ozman gets the better of Aussie Rooster in the battle for seventh. And in ninth, we got Waste 77, Rizar in 10th, Basti in 11th, and 12th for Frowny. What this means for the championship, I'm not sure, but I'm hoping to get up to speed with that in the coming weeks so that I can chat some bullshit about what's going on in the league and how this relates to it. Anyway, back to the second race. Practice still underway. Looking to get this started now. And welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the second race of the Toyota 86 Cup. This is the Fuji International Raceway, the short variant. Again, starting in pole position, it's Moreno. He'll hope this time to get a clean run away, rather than get caught in the battle there. It's a grid start. We're ready. And we are go. Who's going to make a good start now? Who is going to get the run down the straight? Is everyone going to survive through the first corner? Moreno, he gets away cleanly. He doesn't get nudged. He runs it wide and keeps the momentum. And it's Camille in second, and it's Tyrannosaurus Rex that makes the move up into third place. He's the only mover there at the front. Great start from Moreno. He's running well again. He's already stretching it. Camille hanging around in the slipstream there. He's going to want to stay there for as long as possible, because if Moreno gets his wings, he can't go away. He needs to be brought back on these early laps. Hard moves need to be made to stop this guy getting his with him and really running away with this race and potentially the championship, if that's real. Moreno, great start. Camille tagged on into the slipstream, hoping to hang on in there. Back a sector there from Camille as he gets a little bit closer. Superb set of corners there, carries the momentum through and stays right tucked in there on Moreno. Arguably a better run through there, but he's got a knack of really squeezing every inch out of the track, Moreno. He's using all of the curves, all of the run-off areas to gain every single advantage he can, and he really is making it difficult for his rivals. But Camille has got the slipstream. He's not going to be letting him go on these early laps, and he can't. The Frenchman gets his wings, he can get away. He's definitely got the momentum now. Camille makes the move up the inside of Moreno. He's holding that line now. He's got the speed. He should be able to go defensive into the bargain. Moreno tries to take a nice clean line around the outside, but Camille knows exactly what he's going to do. And Moreno, snap, a little bit of snap there, loses momentum there. And Tyrannosaurus Rex gains a little bit of hope in the sense that he can get into this battle now at the front, as Camille holds it through there, the momentum, but really well hung on to there for Moreno, who did lose the back end. If that was anything but a Toyota 86, he may well have lost it there into the wall, and that would have been his race done. As it stands, he's firmly in the slipstream of Camille as we move back through the order. Tyrannosaurus Rex holding that third place as he did in the last race, but this time he's smelling blood. The front two are out there, but he wants to get involved, and he's looking racy. It's only our co-commentator to pass it over to now, who could fill up this time with more bullshit about this awesome racing. Fourth place there, Timmy now. Solid run last time out to get sixth, but he was mired trouble in the midfield early on, and he would have been ruined that, as he would have felt he was better than sixth place in the last race. He's looking to get in on the act. He's just outside of the slipstream. If he puts a good lap together, he could get on the back of Tyrannosaurus Rex, who in turn will hope for the battle to ignite in front of him between Moreno and between Camille, because he needs something to happen here so that he can get involved in this fight. The Fuji International Speedway is bringing the fastest drivers to the fore, and the top three from the last race are out front again. Top three wasn't where Tyrannosaurus Rex finished. He just couldn't snap the others out of his slipstream, but he was running top three throughout the race. Timmy will have designs on getting involved in that fight now, and he really is maintaining that position there. Only 1.2 seconds behind Tyrannosaurus, and now moving to within 1 second, getting ever closer to the crucial slipstream there down the straight. In fifth place we've got Conrad. He's comfortably holding off Osman in the sick coloured Toyota. Osman in turn is holding on comfortably Moz 78, and Aussie Rooster with a penalty. Looks like he's being mired up again. He's stuck in 8th place. He's ghosted. And a penalty in behind also for Azar. This is not good. He's lost the rear end. A little bit slower there at the back. And he'll be hoping to hold off the three behind him. Keep hold of that 9th place. Maintain a respectful position in this championship. Meanwhile in 10th, Rossi BFC is just holding out ways. 77, just behind him. Bastian running up there, and Frowney bringing up the rear. Meanwhile, back at the front, Camille still doing superbly well to hold off Moreno, and just as we say it, Moreno with a better corner, he gets the run down into whatever the corner's called, and this battle really is igniting up front, and these two have it between them again. Moreno's made his move now in the grey Toyota, and the Frenchman looks to stretch the Englishman again. And we know when he starts to put the pressure on, Camille is more likely to make a mistake. And rather than hang into the slipstream, he could easily get spewed out and lose that to the Frenchman's superior consistency at this track. Once again, it's Moreno out front, doing a fantastic job in front, but he's not managed to shake off the Englishman yet. This could go to the end. In third place, Tyrannosaurus Rex still. He's had a great start, but Timmy has been chipping away to get every single corner better there, and he's actually got much closer to them. He's within 3/10 of a second now. Sorry, 3/4 of a second. So we'll be smelling slipstream up this straight, and he will be getting close to him in the run up to the finish line and the first corner. Meanwhile, getting a double toe, almost picking it up now is Conrad. He'll have designs on getting up into this third place. These guys all think they can win on the day, and that's what makes this championship so good. Coming into the first corner now, it's Moz and Osman. They are having a real battle here. This is really close. The battles for 6th, 7th and 8th could go anyway, and that will run right to the end of this race. Meanwhile out front, Camille has done fantastically, and once again I've missed the crucial overtake, which is potentially pivotal in this race. Well, yeah, I wouldn't say pivotal actually. Moreno is absolutely hanging out the back of him now. He is absolutely sucked into that slipstream. And just as we say it, Camille runs wide, costs himself a lot of momentum there, forced wide again to make sure he stays out of the way of the Frenchman. And this is another break and another attempt from the Frenchman to break the stranglehold at the front of the slipstream between these two drivers, whose consistency has been absolutely fantastic in this race. But a superb series of corners there has seen the Frenchman drop Camille somewhat, and again those mistakes that crept in the last race under pressure from the Frenchman are again affecting the Englishman in this second race. He's really going to need to get his head down now and get back into that slipstream to try and hang on to this super consistent Frenchman at the front. In third place now, Tyrannosaurus Rex coming up to the first corner. He's comfortably holding that position. Nobody's challenging him again in this race. Timmy was getting closer but has now fallen back to over 1.5 seconds behind. I think he's made a mistake somewhere. Brilliant consistency from Tyrannosaurus Rex. It may not be one of his favourite tracks, but he is putting in some consistent driving and lap times here to make sure that he finishes higher in the order to give himself the best possible finish in the championship here. Distance now. He's gapped Timmy and he's pulled 2 seconds clear. So the top three are now almost set in stone if everything stays mistake free. Out the front, Camille suffered a penalty, and the superior consistency of the Frenchman has absolutely ground him down. He's managed to bag himself a 0.8 second of a penalty, and that pretty much is going to put paid to his chances of reeling in the Frenchman, who's now almost 2 seconds clear heading down the home straight. Superb consistency from the Frenchman in the grey Toyota here, and the other guys will hope to have him back at a less favoured track because he seems to be absolutely dominant here. Great corner there though, where he carried the momentum there, Camille, but shame he has the penalty to serve. Still half a second penalty now, enabling Moreno to move 2 seconds clear. 2 laps to go. It's going to be difficult to reel the Frenchman in here, but Camille again safe in second place and looking to really stay there and cement his position in the championship as one of the most consistent drivers there. Tyrannosaurus Rex still 3.5 seconds behind. I don't think he's going to get any closer to Camille now. The top three now, I think, are pretty much assured of their positions. We look back to Timmy there. He's 2 seconds behind Tyrannosaurus Rex. If only he had a shorter name, I would be able to play it much quicker and stop boring people so much. So Tyrannosaurus Rex safe in third, Timmy is safe in fourth, and Moz is safe in fifth, with Real Osman, coloured Toyota 86, bringing 6th place, but Conrad has got designs on taking that 6th place back. He just won't get out of the slipstream here. While in 8th place, Aussie Rooster runs wide, just out of camera shot there. He was looking to get the run onto the straight and he got a little bit overzealous there. He could have had the run with Conrad and switched onto the slipstream of Osman and really pulled himself into contention for the battle for that 6th place there. But it looks like Osman and Conrad have that battle between them. Really did reel him in on the straight there, did Conrad. Meanwhile, back at the front, Moreno, he is 2.8 seconds clear, comfortably holding off the challenge from behind of Camille, still looking to serve that 0.3 penalty before he hits the line. Safe in second place now is Camille. Moreno safe in first place. It's going to be another win in the championship for Moreno, and no doubt he is going to be one of the leaders of the championship at the end of this race. Again, I don't know what's going on with the championship, so if you've not heard this commentary before and think that I don't know what I'm talking about, you are exactly right. Little bit of a flick there for Moreno, still wringing every ounce of performance from his Toyota as he comes through the final chicane. He's now pushing towards another victory, and it looks like he's got this one comfortably sealed up as he coasts around the final corner to head up the home straight to take this victory. Another fantastic drive from the Frenchman, absolutely brilliant, and a solid finish in second place for Camille. Brilliant drive from him and Tyrannosaurus Rex, who did close a little bit in the final lap. The final lap, so it was never going to be enough to get there. In the meantime, a great run off the final corner as Oz and Moz and Timmy, the battle rages till the end, and it's Moz that has the best. He gets the better run out of the final corner and holds on to fourth place at the expense of Timmy DJ, who will be disappointed after having held that position for so long. Oh, do forgive me guys, it's not the final lap. This is the final lap. Jesus Christ, my throat is getting so dry. I thought that was the race end. Sorry, I'm showing me lack of experience here guys. I'm really not going to blame it if everyone just says, get this guy off from the channel, because he's no good. Moreno comfortably out front. He holds the lead now by 3.6 seconds. Much as I thought, what was the final lap? He's got the victory in the bag. Not much has changed here. He's just easing round the corners here. Backed off the pace a little bit. Picks up the pace again, all the while putting time into Camille, who's now lost it as he runs wide. What he was trying to do there, I'm not sure, because he was really safe in second place, but now he's got Tyrannosaurus Rex breathing all over him, and Tyrannosaurus Rex comes with the momentum through the corner to take the inside. An expensive mistake from Camille, who again switched off. He switched off at a crucial moment to allow Tyrannosaurus Rex to snatch that second place, and again cost himself the chance of taking that position. A great final corner there from Moz, who got the run on Timmy. He managed to hold him off the line. The slipstream wasn't enough for Timmy towards the end, and Conrad and the real Ozman coming on together. This is going to be a tight battle. Oh, it was a tight battle rather. And the Ozman just held on to sixth place there, with Aussie Rooster taking a Waste 77 back in 9th, Rizarf in 10th, Rossi BFC in 11th, Frowny and Bastian in 11th and 12th, and those guys at the back of the field will hope for better and more favoured tracks further into the season. Fantastic victory for Moreno, absolutely brilliant racing on the consistency front, and he was using every inch of the track there to put time into his rivals. He broke Camille again. He totally lost his concentration once he realised the race was done, and even though he was safe in second, he still pushed it to the maximum, and that's what caused him to lose it in the second to last corner. With Tyrannosaurus Rex, a brilliant final lap, continuing his momentum and stealing up the inside towards the home straight, clearly with the momentum on his side. Brilliant second place, and great racing throughout the field there. Couple of guys finishing together in twos. Great signs of a dice going on the final lap. If only the camera work was better, and they provided me with more angles, this commentary might be better, but yeah, absolutely great race. Sorry guys, welcome to the final race, the reverse grid start of SBR's Toyota 86 Cup. Just bear with me, my throat's going a bit dry. I didn't realise the race had started because it still said practice on the screen that I was looking at before I went into spectate. Regardless, it's Frowny that's made the best start in the 6th coloured Toyota 86. He's got a 2.6 second advantage over Waste 77, the real Ozman in 3rd. Timmy's managed to find a way to move up the order. He should have started way down the grid, but he's found himself up to 4th place. He looks like the real winner of the first 2 laps here. Timmy hunting down the real Ozman now. The orange Toyota, hunting down that sim-coloured one again on the straight. Battle raging behind between Rezar and Moz as Moz makes his move, takes it to the outside. Moves himself out of the slipstream though, and capitalising on it by grabbing the slipstream on Timmy was Rezar, and he's forced Timmy wide, and that has cost him a lot of time. Great start from Timmy, but that's cost him time. The Ozman now with a little bit of breathing space. Really did run wide there. I don't know whether there'll be any penalties for this. So Frowny in 1st place now. Still a 2.2 seconds advantage. Not managing to stretch away here. He has just stretched it to 2.5 though. A brilliant section there. Holding off Waste at bay now. Waste not finishing too high up the order in the last race, but he really is holding his own in this reverse grid race. Desperately trying to get onto the back of Frowny. He's doing a good job here in front, considering he was lower down the order in the earlier races on the qualifying grid. He really is making the most of this reverse grid start now, and he leads this race. Slightly slower section there, sees his advantage drop. It's all just concertina effect now, as he's still 2 seconds clear heading up the straight. He can maintain a 2-second advantage for as long as possible. He's got a good chance of finishing in the top 3. 1st place over the line, Frowny. 2nd is Waste. 3rd goes the real Ozman. Timmy comes through in 4th. Massive battle raging in behind between Moz and Ozzy. It's Moz with the inside line and the slipstream now on Ozzy. They're coming in on the 1st corner, and there's 4 abreast on the corner in behind. It's Moz that pushes Ozzy out wide, twitches to the inside again, but the outside line proving faster through there as he's able to maintain the inside for the next corner. It's Ozzy that just holds on to that position, rather Timmy holding on to that position from Moz by taking the outside of that corner, and a little bit too tight a line there from Moz. Battle raging in behind. Huge battle now as the faster drivers start to get up to the lead. And in particular is Moreno making fast laps now, as he'll be looking to get onto the podium in this race after showing incredible speed in races 1 and 2. In front of him, the battle rages on between Timmy and Moz. Smoother lines from Moz. More of the track being used by Timmy. The slipstream is with Moz. Holds him off again there, Timmy. Respectful driving between the pair of them, and they really are tripping each other up now as Moreno menacingly comes up alongside and gets squeezed out into that corner. Really the faster driver there, looking to make a move up. Great run out of that corner now as Moz takes the slipstream, and he will comfortably overtake Timmy there after getting such a good run out of the final corner. Timmy back into the slipstream, and all the while Moreno's going to smell blood here because he is excellent through this 1st corner, and he's the quicker driver now. Timmy goes defensive, rather he makes a move, always going to run it wide there. Better corner from Moz, better corner. Oh, brilliant move from Moreno, tucking in behind Moz after taking Timmy superbly there. Moreno making his move back through the field. be back at the front now. It's a slow down penalty for Frowney. All the while we've been switched off there, Waste 77 has been reeling him in. He's been getting closer each time. Real Osman now watching this battle unfold from third place. He's doing well to keep Moz behind, and he will be hoping that Moz can keep Moreno behind for as long as possible, because if he finds a way through, which it looks like the Frenchman is going to, and Osman's mirrors are going to be absolutely full of French in the next lap. Moreno still hanging it behind. Moz still holding him off well there. The top man in the last race really being held off by Moz. He's doing a great job of keeping him in behind here and protecting the Osman out in front. Although he won't be protecting him, he'll be looking to get into his slipstream and make that move for third place himself, and he is getting closer with every lap. Timmy now back on a fast lap. He's looking to recover from running wide and losing out in that battle that's raging on between Moreno and Moz. In behind that now is Ozzy. He's got Timmy in sight. He's been consistent through this race, very quietly making his way through the order. Coming up now in the green Toyota 86. Looks like he's got to carrying a little bit more speed than Timmy, but doesn't seem to be getting any closer at the moment. Oh, great section there. He pegs back 2/10. So Ozzy definitely has Timmy in his sights now. Superb corner through there. Timmy now slipping back through the order as Ozzy is looking to make his move. Not into this corner though. Meanwhile at the front, the Wasteman has seen off Brownie, who's just made a huge mistake. He's been swamped now. The faster drivers are coming through. Done so well in the lead for so long, but he's lost his composure. The pressure was put on by Waste, who after finishing lower down in the earlier races is doing a fantastic race at the moment. The battle rages on. Osman with a little bit of breathing space. Moreno again, superb corner, final corner, gets the momentum on Moz. He's got the inside line all to himself, and there is no way he's going to let that slip as he runs it out wide to maintain the momentum and reel in the Osman. Brilliant battle raging on there for third place. Moreno now in third place. Moz in fourth. Frowney in fifth. Timmy in sixth. Tyrannosaurus Rex in the unusual position of being in the midfield there after running towards the front in the previous two races. Rossi's got Tyrannosaurus Rex in his mirror. Sorry, in his vision. Conrad there, round in 8th place. Looking like the faster driver there, but he looks like he's getting held up a little bit there as he looks to make his way through in the gay pink Toyota 86. The battles are pretty much spread out at the back as we move back towards the front. Waste still holding the advantage at the front. It's 2.7 seconds coming onto the home straight as we now enter the final 2 laps of the race. Osman will be hoping for a mistake at this stage, but it looks like he's made his own mistake as he's now 3 seconds back on Waste, who's looking to make this race his own in the grey Toyota 86. Moreno, who's been gaining on Oz. Oz goes defensive into the first corner and mugging them all. Mugging them all. Wow. Jumps into third place. I'm not sure who it is, because no, it's Oz. Sorry, I thought he'd been mugged. I'm getting confused. The camera work's not so good. If only I had a crew of cameramen at my disposal to give you the best coverage on this race. But no, hopefully that can improve in the new game on the PS5. Gran Turismo 7 comes out. These drivers will be looking to renew rivalries in this championship. I'm sure all of them will be buying the console early on as soon as the game comes out. Waste now, still at the front, 4 second advantage now. Oz, Moz and Moreno all holding each other up, and they are allowing the front man to get away. If he's going to lose this race, it's only going to be by his own mistake, because he's got it in the bag now coming into the last lap. Brilliant battle raging on for second place. Moreno, clearly the faster driver in the first 2 races, is being mired in this superb battle for second place between Oz and Moz. Again, Moz with a great run out the final corner. Ozman going defensive early in the straight. He's looking to take that inside line and make it difficult for those in behind him. Meanwhile, Moreno's trying to capitalise on this. He's the man in the middle. Who's going to get the best run through this first corner, because it is decisive to get that position going into the final lap. It's Oz, he's gone super defensive, but it's Moreno. It's Moreno, the man who come first in the last 2 races. He's made that third place, second place his own now. Superb series of corners there to hold Oz and Moz off. As they argued between themselves, Moreno's came through and he's pushing on now. He's making second place his own. And if he gets an inch here, Moz goes up on the inside, he forces him wide. It's the only way that they can stop him getting second. And meanwhile, Waite is out front. He's capitalising on this battle, raging in behind to make this race his own. There's no way that they're going to catch him battling in between themselves like this. And Oz forces his way back into second place. Moreno's got the pace, but he's not got as much fight as the Ozman in the middle of the pack here. As the sick coloured Toyota 86 starts to make second place look like a reality. Brilliant battling from Oz there. Coming now towards the end of the lap. He looks to have this up. Tyrannosaurus Rex, meanwhile, is really storming on that final lap to get involved in that battle. And he had a little incident there which prevented him getting up into 4th place, but brilliant battling there from the Ozman to take second in behind Waite. Moreno takes 3rd place, not bad for the back of the grid start. Brilliant 4th place from Moz, battling throughout. Tyrannosaurus Rex, another consistent drive, a scintillating last lap got him into contention, but not quite enough to break into the top 3. Maybe could have been different with a bit of a cleaner run through on the last couple of laps. Brilliant race in the Toyota 86 Cup, brought to you by SBR Racing, and a brilliant win from Waite, who was one of 8th or 9th place in the second race. So fantastic performance there, superb battling skills from the real Ozman, who really did have to pull out all the stops to hold off the hard charging Moreno, the pace man, in the last lap. And after seeing off Moz, he's seen off Moreno to make that second place his own, and that was where the battle raged all race. Fantastic racing between everyone there. Absolutely fast and furious in the Toyota 86 Cup. Hopefully I can get to know the championship more and bring you more insight as to the rivalries that are going on in the championship points wise. But fantastic night of racing. All the guys can hold themselves in high regard for keeping it so clean, although I'm sure some people will feel aggrieved from some of the incidents in the race. Maybe not picked up by the camera, but there will have been a lot going on in the cockpits of certain cars. Much frustration Brilliant racing there. We'll see you again next Friday for the next round. We'll evaluate the championship then and hopefully bring you some more detail on what this means overall, who needs to do what, and where the battles are close. Excellent racing, gentlemen, and that brings this broadcast to a conclusion. Fantastic win in the final race from Wace, but the man of the night is Moreno, or 007 Reno, the Frenchman. Unfortunately for the Brits, the Frenchman had it tonight, and they will be hoping for better at more favourable track in the weeks to come. Good night and God bless, and thank you for watching the Toyota 86 Cup, brought to you by SBR Racing and Invisible Sun LED, your #1 company in the UK for LED grow lights. Thank you very much